Okay, so video number 3. So we talked about the endometrium needing to be thickened. Now we're going to talk about the placenta. So once that embryo embeds itself into the endometrium, it's going to need things to nourish it and grow. And this is what the placenta is. So the placenta is basically just a nutrient sac in order for the growing of the embryo. Okay, so once egg is embedded into the endometrium, placenta starts to develop. So in order to sustain the development of the fetus inside of the placenta, you need to have the umbilical cord. So the umbilical cord is going to sustain this embryo by 3 ways. Okay, so it's going to provide it nutrients. This is how it gets nutrients inside of the uterus. It's going to help with gas exchange because that fetus does not have developed the lungs yet, so it needs a way to have gas exchange. And the umbilical cord is also going to get rid of nitrogen waste. Okay, so those are the 3 really important things that the umbilical cord does in order to sustain the development of the embryo inside the placenta, inside the uterus. So something that the placenta also produces, it's also going to produce this hormone called human chorionic gonadotropin. So this is HCG hormone. HCG is going to tell the corpus luteum to keep secreting estrogen and progesterone. The reason why it does this is because we know that menstruation occurs when estrogen and progesterone levels decrease when the corpus luteum is no longer there. So the human chorionic gonadotropin hormone, so HCG, is going to sustain the corpus luteum so it can keep producing estrogen and progesterone so that it can keep the endometrium lining thick. So tells corpus luteum to keep secreting estrogen and progesterone, and we know this helps with the endometrium. Okay, and again, super important to maintain that endometrium because once estrogen and progesterone are stopped being secreted, menstruation occurs, and we don't want this. We don't want our bodies to abort the fetus, so that's why our placentas produce human chorionic gonadotropin to maintain the corpus luteum, to maintain the secretions of estrogen and progesterone, to maintain the endometrium. Okay, so that is video 3. You can now figure out your next location.